Good morning, my dear friends. I have about 10 minutes to share with you some thoughts about what all of us should be doing these days. We call it a pivotal moment in the history of humankind. And please read my last 3 Substack newsletters about that. So it always has been the fact that there were people more powerful and people less powerful, and those who were more powerful, whether it's in the Roman Empire or in recently a century ago, yes, those who had more power always had wanted to have a control over those who have less power, right? And to make this control easier and more profitable. So it's not much different what we're experiencing right now. Now the challenge is the following here, and I'm talking to you as a scientist, as a researcher, as a mathematician, and also a computer scientist who has developed multiple algorithms for computers. So there is algorithm to control humans, and this algorithm is based on communications. So they are controlled entirely by those who have power, right? So most people know only what they've been told over the TV and radio, and we have to accept it. How many of those? Majority, maybe 75%. Now let's understand what we have to do right now. All Canadians need just to know the following fact, that new international health regulations are being silently, in a very stealthy, secret manner, are being introduced. New international health regulations which remove very important statements from the currently existing international health regulations, those which are developed by World Health Organization. So in the past, World Health Organization, indeed, many good things have happened in the past, but in the minds of those people who have power, all good things can be used to enrich their power. So what is happening that in the past, World Health Organization would only be recommending some ideas, procedures, lockdowns, mandatory vaccinations from babies to everyone, regardless of your health state or whether you even work remotely or not. This all has been recommended by WHO. So, but these were recommendations, and surprisingly, most countries have accepted them, except maybe Sweden. And we have a special blog about that, because Sweden is now the only country which experiences negative excess deaths right now, because they did not follow all recommendations of WHO. Coming back to my thought, but now World Health Organization wants not to recommend, but to dictate, and to develop a surveillance program. A friend of mine who is completely unaware of what is going on, he is telling me, it's not possible, Dmitry, you are making it up. Who is going to enforce it? You know, all these things which, if they become mandatory, who is going to enforce it? No country is going to enforce it. And I'm replying to him, yes, exactly. This is exactly what will be happening. It will be enforced. There will be a surveillance network which will ensure that all no longer recommendations, but requirements imposed by WHO will be put in place, and people who are not following, or those organizations or countries who are not following, will be punished, most likely punished always financially. Maybe by disconnecting from bank accounts, maybe by not giving money for your programs. So governments have all control in terms of money, right? They can give provinces money or they may not give provinces money. So the technique is very, very simple. And the only fact that they are not discussing it anywhere in media or even in the parliament should be sufficient to wake up all those people who are not aware of what is going on. Now, my task here as an analyst or as a person who is trying to contribute to better future, to more free, to more relaxed future versus to more enslaved, as opposed to more enslaved future. I'm thinking, how can we reach out to those people who are not aware yet? Because we have to understand, we have to be very focused right now. Everyone has to be very focused. Forget about even right now for sexualization of children in kindergarten and all this pornographic books which are being put in kindergartens right now, which most people will still think this is completely fake. Forget about ecology right now, or this climate change and many other things. Forget about vaccines that they are killing at this rate or not killing at this rate. Forget about all other issues, because most people, let's say 75%, will just be repelled by you going into any of those issues, because they, 75%, believe only what they've been told, and they are told only what they need to know. So, assume by the fact that most your neighbors, most your relatives do not share, potentially, most likely, your thoughts about freedom, vaccines, freedom convoy of occupation. Assume they don't share any of your pro-freedom ideas. Focus only on one thing. Show them what used to be World Health Organization as a recommending body, and show them the new amendments which come into effect starting from May, but they will be endorsed by default by no action as of end of November. That is in a month from now. Focus only on this single issue. Show it to all your teachers, doctors, managers. Don't even mention that you are coming from whatever group of anxious citizen. Don't talk about politics, vaccines. Don't start with that, because you will be right away blamed or labeled as a bad guy. But just tell them, this is what is happening, and what a surprise, they're not even discussing it in the parliament, except for just a couple of very concerned members of parliament who started a petition to exit World Health Organization. We don't have to fund it, we don't need to obey it, we may still listen to it, but just as anyone. But please go and sign the petition, Canada exits World Health Organization. Please do this and share it with all your friends, relatives, even the most pro-vaccine people, even most LGBT radicals, or even anti-fascists, or whatever they call it, who are in fact most fascists. Could be, it's all language what is being used here. Anyway, find your neighbor today, your friend, your relative, and just tell them these two things. That World Health Organization wants to be the only source controlling. Okay? Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good day. Time to enjoy the day. Bye.